Pan-African boy. 7 gods, 7 beats, 7 carry 7 lands, 7 lives, that's what I got. I'm an African.
You're listening to the sound.
Only good.
Mainland FM 98.3.
All right, welcome back. It is to Mainland 98.3 FM. Oh, thank you for standing by. I trust you enjoy the beautiful music of Brimo and beautiful Nubia. Let's move on now to Mainland Focus, where we pick one or two major trending stories from the front pages of our dailies and then flesh things out, open up the phone line for you to join in on the conversation. Don't forget that we are live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can share your comments in the live chat section as well. This morning, we have two focal points, but before we move on, my name is Mobola Sandra, and I have Fuhad Saheed here with me in the studio. Thank you for joining in, Fuhad.
Thank you for having me, Sandra.
Let's move on now very quickly. So we have two stories that we're going to be focusing on today. The first is as regards the president's tax reforms and drive. Just this week, Yes, just yesterday or so, the president, inaugurated the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms to be chaired by Taiwo Oyedele. And during the inauguration, the president charged the members of this committee to actualize his administration's desire to achieve an 18% tax to GDP ratio within 3 years. The president has set that target for the panel, and the president also said no more excessive borrowing. Let's put an end to borrowing. Let's put an end to the federal government's reliance on borrowing. All right. So looking, of course, at making money inside and using it to do whatever it is that we need to get done. He said if we get everyone that needs to pay their taxes to pay, we will not be where we are. I'm going to re-emphasize or focus on that first line because it's very, very important. If you get everyone that needs to pay their taxes to pay, we will not be where we are today. So we think that the gap, you mentioned the gap that's coming from the chairman of the committee itself. So the question now is, how can the government reduce its debt and borrowing? It's been said from the front page of the Guardian newspaper that Nigeria is not yet in trouble as regards debt default or anything. Yes, Nigeria has been able to, pay its debts, meet its debt. Thank you. The payment obligations of their debts and all of that. However, the fact is that Nigeria is spending over 99% of its revenue on debt servicing. It's just like I'm earning salary and then, my salary is 50,000 and then 49,000 out of my 50,000, I use it to pay basic. So, I'm living on 1,000 naira.
You keep swimming in basic.
I keep swimming. It's just a cycle, just keeps going and coming. So that is what the president now is trying to avoid with this 18% tax to GDP ratio.
Target, yeah.
Now, how can the government reduce its debt and borrowing? How can we stop borrowing? How can we reduce our debts? Yes, and what other reforms would you suggest for the tax sector? As regards this target that has been set by the president, 18% tax to GDP ratio. What reforms will you suggest as a person to the tax sector in order for us to be able to achieve this? The second focal point, of course, is as regards the Southeast senators. Came forward to say, the Southeast senators came forward to say, that they need more slots in the ministerial nominee, in the ministerial nominee list. They have 5 already, and they are looking at, we deserve about 2 more.
They want 2 more. Sorry.
They want 2 more for equity, fairness, and justice. And Saheed Fuhad rightly pointed out earlier on that if the Northeast, the Northwest is so amazingly compensated. Aside from the ministerial list, special advisor, principal officers, that's the Northwest. So now we're looking at what the Southeast is calling for now, saying that we have just 5, we need 2 more, and there are 6 states in the southeast.
5 states in the
Five
southeast.
states.
Yeah, 5 states in the southeast.
Maybe just pick one from the state and just moved on. I
That's
guess
what they did
I
there.
think that's just
But it's unfair because there are states with 3, ministerial appointments already, in this list. So I understand where they are coming from.
who is coming from, the president or the
no, the
southeast?
Southeast Senator
Southeast
Tony
senators.
Nwoye from Anambra State, who
He was one that led the debate.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. So as it is now, they are demanding for more, 2 more senators from that particular zone, and they are insisting that 2 additional slots will make for equity, fairness, and justice in the representation of all geopolitical zones in the present administration. That's coming from Senator Tony Nwoye of Labour Party, Anambra North. So we're looking at: do you think the call is justified on the basis of equity and fairness? On the basis of equity and fairness, I think I just leave
Emphasis
that
on
emphasis on that, so that we'll not have some. Let's not be going back. Let's move forward. All right. So, do you think the call is justified on the basis of equity and fairness? Do you think ministerial appointments should be a political reward tool? We mentioned it earlier on that we've had politicians come in here, in their on different shows saying that, oh well, what value did this person give during the presidential
for this
election exactly for them to be demanding for this? No, this one was able to do this for us. I think we should compensate them for that. This one didn't do anything. So so if we have conversations like that, do you think ministerial appointments should continue to be a political reward tool? And also, are you satisfied with the nominations that have been done so far? 48 nominees, 45 have been confirmed. As it is now, we have 5 from the southeast. We have Dr. Uju Kennedy Ohane from Anambra. We have Nkiru Onyejocha from Abia. We have Uche Nnaji from Enugu. We have Senator Dave Umahi from Ebonyi and Doris Uzoka from Imo. Those are the 5, from
the 5 states. Yes,
from the 5 states. Well, very well spread across in the southeast. But then, if you look at, like we rightly mentioned, or like Saheed rightly mentioned, when you have 10
from the northwest,
just only 1.
9 confirmed,
and
1
we have
yet
6
to confirm.
geopolitical zones, and you have 10 from
Even
1.
if you look at the spread from the southeast 5, the southwest has no.
The fact is that you can even get more if
more,
you
yes,
desire
you,
to.
if the government desires, if the president
The
desires to take
desires,
more,
if he desires to.
But one had expected that the arrangement would have been okay. You have 1 from each state and then 1 from each geopolitical zone. But now that the president has decided to take it further, nominating 48, it was expected that at least the southeast would have gotten at least 1 more than 5, which has come from the states, to make it 6 or maybe 7. Because if you look at it now, the south have 7, so then there's 1 more, which from their geopolitical zone. The northwest has 10, even though 1 is yet to be confirmed, but they have 10 out of 7 states. And then north central zone has 8 from 6 states, so they got 2 more. So, but again, Sandra, we need to say it the way it is. Politics again comes with some form of patronage and compensation. There's no way we can deny that fact. Politicians always look at the figures. And like I said the other time, Sandra, when politicians make appointments like this and take decisions, they are already thinking of the next election. So let's be adults in the room here. Let's just face reality. The fact is that, look, our politicians in all their appointments and actions don't think of today. The old election has gone. They're already thinking of the next one. So the appointment comes with some form of political strategy and positioning for the next election. But in the midst of all of that, there's no way we have to forget the idea of equity and fairness. If you made sure and ensure that every geopolitical zone where the Southeast senators are coming from, we have to be careful to make some people feel neglected or marginalized. Again, for a zone that is complaining seriously about marginalization and all of that, we have to be careful in the way we deal with all of that. So I understand where this is coming from, and the president still has an opportunity to submit more names. If he has taken it to 48, he can take it to 50. Round it up, round figure. Just add 2 more from the Southeast, and then everybody goes to to rest. So there's that opportunity if he wants to take in more to create some form of equity and fairness and balance in this appointment. And then on the issue of tax, I think I've said all I need to say. Yes, we can widen the net, but increasing taxes to make people pay more is going to cause more hardship and more pain on the people. Widen the net, let people who should pay. Sandra, you'll be shocked that most of the guys, the bourgeoisie, the so-called elitist class, recently a particular celebrity was flaunting her wealth. And when the tax people came, she was,
He
said, I don't get that kind of money, you know.
Life.
And so let the poor pay. You know, let them pay more and let the poor breathe. Let the rich pay more. Let the poor breathe when it comes to taxes, you know. That's it for me.
Let the people that are supposed to pay more
pay more, and let the people that are supposed to breathe or even get waivers get the waivers.
Get the waivers, yes. Or do you think that it should also be added to, aside from giving people money to start up businesses or to support their businesses, the 1 billion plan
package? Yeah.
Yes, a package intervention.
Yes.
You know, that kind of thing. You can also even include these people. Tax reduction.
No, you know, we don't want a situation where the waiver tax waiver idea is manipulated by the rich and the affluent. You know, it's always possible they just take advantage of the fact that businesses are going to get waivers, and then they begin to manipulate the whole system. If the people that should pay, we can widen the net so that more people are captured by taxes and all of that. But to now begin to introduce new taxes and make Nigerians pay more will be, you know, inflicting more pain on the people. That's what we're saying. You know, we have to look at that. And then the idea of non-state actors also collecting taxes for government at different levels should stop. You know, let these revenues go to government so that it can be judiciously used to better the lives of the people. That's why I mentioned the idea of Agberos. That money for me is a form of tax that the Lagos State government can harness, you know, to give Lagosians good infrastructure, good roads, good drainages, you know, public transportation system from the monies that goes to these non-state actors. And it's across board. It's not only in Lagos. It's everywhere. Somebody was telling me that the Agberos in Edo State, they are worse than people in Lagos.
And you know, that's what we also.
You know what he told me? He said,
even in the East.
He said the Agberos in Edo State, they are the Lagos who are even refined, though. Very informed.
They are learning.
Yeah, no, they are not. If you go to Edo State.
They are learning.
So let's look at non-state actors collecting money, not remitting it, and living larger than life when people are suffering. All
right, thank you very much, Fuhad. Let's move on now to our listener. Let's hear what they have to say as regards the focal points for this morning. This is Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. And we have two focal points. Just a quick one: tax reforms and drive. How can the government reduce its debt and borrowing? What reforms will you suggest for the tax sector? And the second is Southeast demanding for more senators. Do you think the call is justified on the basis of equity and fairness? All right. Or do you think ministerial appointment should be a political reward tool? Are you satisfied with the nominations that are already done, either confirmed or not? All right. So let's have your thoughts. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. For text messages and WhatsApp messages, it's 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can share your thoughts in the comment section as well. On Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM on both platforms. We'll be reading messages from there as well, from those two platforms. So on Facebook, we're live. On YouTube, we're live. Drop your comments. We'll be taking them live as well. So let's get on with the conversation. You have just 2 minutes. Please, straight to the point, and let's keep things clean. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
This is Timothy calling from.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Timothy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. I want to greet you especially for your analysis this morning.
Thank you.
You're always on point. For the tax reform that our president talked about, as you said, if you can widen the tax rate to capture other people that have not been paid tax, mostly on those luxurious goods that they used to purchase. Are you with me? So those ones that are living larger than life, they can capture them is better than to inflict more tax on poor Nigerians that are already suffering. See, one thing about, I don't know, I don't want to say this, the style used in Lagos by creating more stars that even pure tax sellers are paid tax. See, that is not the thing I want. That those who are suffering already, they will inflict more pain on them. Are you with me? There are people, even what I was even expecting before President Bola Tinubu removed first subsidy, they would have also removed subsidy on some things they enjoy. Because the last time I checked, the presidential fruit is still to level. so many things. Even this ministry is creating now, and luxurious things is going to give them about bulletproof town, other things. See, let government reduce their waste. There's a lot of wastages and corruption going on. If they can reduce those spending, we will have more money to do other things. That is number one. And secondly, concerning the Southeast, it's a welcome development. But every government has its own style. But it's good for you to balance everything up so that there will be no agitation more. We need peace in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. God bless
And you too. Thank you very much, Mr. Timothy. Appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Madam Sandra and my dear friend Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from Maryland.
Good morning.
Yes, on the two issues we are focusing on this morning. Let me start from the issue of the complaint by the Southeast area, yes, on the issue of marginalization in the ministerial appointment. I think that they have a very genuine complaint because whether we like it or not, this issue of marginalization of certain areas of the country, it is at the heart, at the very heart of our federation. You know, as a country, as a federation, you know, we have other things like tribe and all that, but political marginalization is a very painful injury where you make people feel that because they are from this area of the country and that they are being sustained, we must avoid it. Because that is what caused the Civil War. You know, we must do everything to avoid marginalizing anybody. The Constitution has stated quite unequivocally that in the appointment of ministers, there must be at least one or so from every state. There is a stipulated condition for appointment. You must satisfy that minimum requirement. Once every session has gotten what is due to them, whatever you want to compensate somebody for making you win election or something, you can give that person both appointment. There are other areas you can compensate people, but you must satisfy the basic constitutional requirement. That is my take on that. On the issue of
tax.
Yes. On the issue of tax, let me tell you something. We need a state of emergency. It will be declared on the issue of taxation. I have an opportunity to be general manager of 3 different companies, one in the north and 2 here. The issue of taxation is not a question of people not paying tax. The issue is that even the tax people are paying, how is it used? The corruption in the corruption in the collection system is maddening.
Thank you, Barrister Peter.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Just
sir.
a second.
Okay.
Some companies have worked. Government officials in revenue, they will come and tell you to give them this on their own.
Thank you, Barrister Peter.
Yes, so
Thank you,
the
sir.
corruption should be checked. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, good morning.
Sandra, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Peter.
Yeah, Ogami Fuhad, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
I don't know whether you heard in the news today, we discussed on another platform that Nigeria has topped the list of the country with the more unemployed people. I don't know whether you have heard that news.
The list of with the most unemployment.
Yes, the top. I was even asking them on that platform, how many countries are in the world for Nigeria to be number one?
We should be careful with
that has unemployed people. These unemployed people are they not the people that are supposed to pay tax?
Mr. Peter.
Yes.
Did we mention unemployment?
No, we're talking about that.
No, if we didn't mention it, we wouldn't. We'd have a reason.
Now come. When we are talking about widening tax net,
okay,
is it not workers that will pay tax? I'm asking that those people that are not employed, wouldn't they be taxpayers? That is the area I'm going, please. Sometimes
all right.
Any suru there. Now, you see, the Glasgow had just folded up. They have dropped potential taxpayers. And so many companies that we talk about that have folded up, they have dropped, they have retrenched, or they have sacked a lot of potential taxpayers. So let the government provide jobs for Nigerians, like Maugade has said. Leave the poor Nigerians to break. Go for those that are buoyant and can pay, and create jobs for others so that they will come and pay tax. Please, you talk about what the governors are doing. Are they paying tax? What money where are they remitting it to? So for me, the point is that we have more than enough. The money is more than enough in this country. But stealing and looting and squandering is our problem. Finally, on the Southeast, the senators demanding equity and fairness. In Nigeria, equity and fairness, that's why I always stand on the watch of Obasanjo and Fuhad that when they were saying let the presidency go to the south, they thought it should be southeast. And now Tinubu said, we were saying Tinubu, Obasanjo, and the senator, even though the senator was subdued. Where is the equity? Please let them forget that and stay there. The little they do when they should collect it and wait for the Jesus come. Please leave them alone. Don't tell these senators. Follow what the Tinubu give you and keep quiet and so that 2-4 years will come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. Appreciate. All right, 0913 6410 0913 6410. That's the number to call. All right, to share your thoughts via the phone line. All right, for text messages and WhatsApp is 0913 6430. I would appreciate if you can stay focused. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Chego. I'm calling from Ikeja.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Fuhad, I greet you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, this. Let me start from this minister from East that they're asking for more. Okay, now the minister now they had to eat. What are the things politics are doing for us in this country? Either to embezzle and collect our money. If from our own, if they will reduce it, I will even be happy. They even give them 5, they don't happy. So what of the other state that don't even some days that they are not up to their own? That is by the way. About the tax of a thing, they have said it. They should allow the poor to breathe. They should go and meet those people that are buying all these luxurious mansions. They will be the one to be paying for the taxes. They should live with poor man. How much is my salary? Go to Oshodi. See people are sleeping around. No house, nothing. Have you got for us? What can we do? That is it. We are tired. We never hear good news. It's every day we hear something that will not make us happy. We talk about tax. Some people are requesting for minister. What is the purpose of the ministers? What are they doing for us? See Agbero in Oshodi. Agbero is Oshodi here collecting our roof money. You need the money to build house, to buy car for their girlfriend. They can be using those money. Use money to use it for Nigerians. I thank God that Baba is here. We know. I pray to do something about it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. We appreciate your call. 0913 6410. It's all right. Let's move on now to Facebook. We have some messages there. James Ogbona, Sandra and distinguished Mr. Fuhad, I greet you patriotically. Mr. Fuhad, I know that some pro-Tinubu supporters are waiting to call and ask how many votes in total did the Southeast give him during the elections to warrant any favor from him regarding ministerial appointment. I know that if not for the constitution that every state should have a minister, maybe they would have given the Southeast only one seat.
Maybe not that.
Mr. Fuhad, is President Tinubu the president for only those who voted for him or for all Nigerians? Were there no people from the region who voted for him? So where's the fairness and equity? Did you not go to the Southeast to campaign? Southeast has continued to have 5 states, yet the marginalization still continues. Mr. Fuhad, they cannot vote for president. But don't they have 2 nominees? If we are talking about politics, it is well. Please, Mr. Fuhad, who are the 2 nominees from Lagos? I don't know their names.
You have one from Lagos. Mr. Lausa from Ekpe.
I have the names here. I
Mr.
have the names
Lausa
somewhere
from
here.
Ekpe.
Yes, but that's Lola No, it's 2 actually. Tunji Alausa
From Ekpe.
Lola Adejon.
Adejon?
Yeah,
Okay.
Lola
I think I
Adejon
missed
is
that
also
name.
from Lagos.
From Lagos.
Yes. All right. So those are the names. Thank you very much, James Okmuna, by the way. We also have Oluwamuyiwa Olodude still on Facebook. The federal government should broaden the tax net by making sure the upper class taxes reflect their personalities. Stop non-governmental bodies from collecting tax. The political class too should amend their flamboyant lifestyle. Yes, the principle of equity and federal character is important in national issues, but political nominees is just a reward medium in Nigeria. Merci beaucoup. That's Oluwamuyiwa just saying that.
Yes.
I have a thought, but I'm
The
not.
political reward system, I agree. Yes, more reward.
I have a thought, but I'm not saying my thought.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. About the Southeast call for more ministerial slots, in as much as it is necessary for equity and fairness, we all know that the list is a way to reward those that worked for the victory of Mr. President. And we know the Southeast played a little part in the said victory. So they should manage the one they have been given. And he had to place emphasis on where he's from.
Okay.
He said Tony from Imo State, so that people will come for him.
For him that
This is Tony. His name is Eke Kelechi Tony from Imo
so
State.
it's not as if he's
speaking,
okay.
on the other side. So you have to put that emphasis there. But thank you very much, Tony, for sharing your thoughts as regards that. Those are the messages we have on Facebook. For now, we don't have anyone on YouTube for now, but then 0913-6000-410, that is the number to call. Let's have a conversation this morning. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning. Sorry. Good morning, Pastor Ambrose. You're welcome.
Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Last time we call.
Sorry? Fine. Well, fine.
Okay. Tax. I think this government is just interested in making money. I didn't listen to Fuhad this morning, but people have been commending him as usual. Very, very impartial and very, very, straight to the point. Is government all about making money? Or government is all about making people happy? Yes, money is part of it. Why am I saying this? The last time Mr. President made a broadcast, he did say that he has realized 1 trillion naira from the so-called fuel subsidy. He should fix our refinery. All this tax, if people are okay, people will pay tax. Is it me now that I have in the university now, I struggle to eat and I will still pay their school fees, that I will be paying tax? Where's the money? If tax with operating, fine, fix our refineries. That way do things the way it is being done in other countries where these people go to. Fix our light, fix our refinery. Let Ajibola be working. All the industries that are there, Glassos, clean and beach and ground. Just went. They should fix the refineries, create employment now. These things are they are not rocket science. How can you tell me that refineries cannot work in this country when they are working in other places? Must we continue in this manner? These are the problems that we have, that the economy, there is no amount of money that they can make that will, enough for it. And I want to appeal to all the governors, especially here where we reside, Lagos and Ogun State. They should create employment by doing what? By making contracts available. When you give, let's say, Fuhad one contract now, Fuhad will employ somebody, who will employ somebody, and then the money will spread. All these grant, it's not going to do anything because it's not bringing productivity. What brings productivity? They say there is dignity in labor. Give people contract, give people create awareness where people, artisans, and like organizers now, they don't need to buy generator. If there is light, they can pump deflate tires and all of that. Barbing salons will work. Hairdressing salon has almost gone comatose.
Right.
Because there is no light. These are the things that we want. Mr. President said he was prepared for this job. This money that is making, for me, it's not really the issue. Mr. President, I want to repeat it again for those who think that some of us don't love him. We want you to succeed. If Nigeria works, everybody will be happy.
All right.
Please, all these policies, they are policies that are bringing so much up. They are.
Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, 0913-6000-410. Thank you very much. Please, let's try to stick within the 2-minute time frame. All right, I would really appreciate it so we can have, as much contribution as possible on the topic at hand. All right, 2 minutes. That's the time frame for you to share your thoughts and contribution. This is Mainland Focus. The focal point for this morning, we're looking at tax reforms and drive. How can the government reduce its debt and borrowing? What reforms will you suggest for the tax sector? We're also looking at the Southeast. Senators are demanding for 2 more slots on this ministerial nominee list. They already have 5. Do you think the call is justified on the basis of equity and fairness? Do you think ministerial appointment should be a political reward tool? And are you satisfied with the nominations that are already done? Okay, 0913-6000-410. But let's take some messages from WhatsApp. We'll be back to phone calls in a bit. I have here, good morning. Yes, good morning. I'm Sam from Magodo. This government has come with the aim of squeezing life out of Nigerians with different tough policies and creating more hardship without nothing to alleviate poverty. It's quite unfortunate. For the appointment of ministers from Southeast, it's obvious that the Southeast are marginalized. These are part of the issues for agitation from that region because they are neglected in the aspect of governance in the country, and they are one of the major tribes in Nigeria. The screening of the ministers is just a show of joke from the Senate because there was no seriousness in the screening process. Nigerians should just be prepared to go through the tough times this government will bring. Sam from Agudu. Good morning, Sandra. President Tinubu talking of not borrowing is not an achievement. He's saying what he's saying because he has much more to spend from subsidy removal. He should quickly roll out palliatives from all that he has saved already. Ngozi should not tell Nigerians about what Tinubu is planning to do for Nigeria. She should tell Tinubu to repair our refineries. Benjamin from Shogunle. Thank you. We also have good morning, Milan FM. This is Gege Joshua from Ebutemeta. The Southeast should not get more than 5 ministers in President Tinubu's cabinet. Oga Fuhad, you are not a politician, so stop interfering.
I know interfere. I'm just
Did you care when they all voted for Obi massively? If other regions have voted to other candidates like them, how would Tinubu have won? President Tinubu is a politician and he must compensate the regions that supported him more. Any attempt to increase the ministerial appointment of the Southeast is a political injustice. It's political injustice.
In compensation, Sandra, there can be equity. That's what I'm saying. I understand the idea of politics and compensation, but again, fairness is fairness.
What did the Constitution say? 1 from each state.
And he has done that.
And he has done that.
Yes. so you're also in support of the president.
I'm not from the Southeast. I am not a member of the president's cabinet. I'm just saying that, let's look at it holistically.
Even before even the issue of Minister Sandra, the idea that that's the only region with 5 states, it's always
should be increased.
It has always been a debate. Why is that the South is the only one with 5 states? Others have 6. Northwest has 7. Again, it is what it is.
I think that's where we should start from.
But I thank the guy who said I'm not a politician. I agree.
So you stop interfering.
It's okay.
Sandra and distinguished Mr. Fuhad. Okay, I've taken that message already. Ajibola Christopher from Shogunle. The marginalization of Southeast in today's Nigeria in every area is obvious. Even the few ministers from Southeast will be further marginalized with inferior ministries.
Are there inferior ministries? Really?
Is that possible? This is federal ministry we are talking about. Okay. But then that's what he's saying. Is his thoughts.
So you think there are inferior ministries?
They have not seen anything yet. Mention one inferior ministry.
I don't know. Why are you asking me? Maybe.
I'm not the one that is asking. Patronage of politics bothers on who gets what, when, and how. But sense of justice and fair play could be infused into it. That is what Ajibola Christopher is trying to say. Good morning. This is Joshua from Oregon. I want to ask this question. Mr. Fuhad, does it mean these politicians don't hear our voices, or they just don't want to consider us? Because since the beginning of this administration, we have been talking about cutting down the cost of governance, and the government is not paying attention to what is happening. About ministers, the truth is government presence is more in the northern states, especially northwest and northeast. I was thinking maybe it's because they have a president then, but now that the president is not in the north, and we are still seeing all of this, what are the politicians trying to tell us?
They have the numbers. We have to say that. They have the numbers. The voting population.
I think we should just leave that at that.
They have the numbers, yeah.
Yes. But just as Fuad has also rightly mentioned, I think the conversation should also start from the fact that the Southeast doesn't have as much states
as every other
as the other states. Yes. There are 6 geopolitical zones. Just in case someone is wondering, Southeast, Southwest, South-South. We have the North, Central.
North Central.
Thank you. All right. So those are the 6 geopolitical zones, and we have just 5 states in the Southeast. That has already brought down their chances.
Their chances, yeah.
Yes. 0913-6000-410. Hello. Good morning.
Sandra.
Hello.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Good morning, sir.
yeah,
Yes.
Maybe you should call back.
The line is breaking.
We can't hear you. Thank you. It's okay.
hello.
Yes, I think it's better now.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Fuhad.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
Lovely sister. I've been trying to call you. Thank God you speak this time.
Okay.
You see,
Your name and where you're calling from, sir.
Okay, sorry, this is for lunch from Shedule.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Firstly, let's start from the political nomination. You see, in politics, there's always a competition. You can't put that apart. I'm a politician. That's what I'm telling you this. So they can't eat their cake and have it. So they should just thank God for that fight that you see God. No, that's it. That's it. So let's leave that aside. Now let's go to the
Issue of tax.
issue of tax.
Yes.
See, in this country we have many problems, and we can't just be talking without solution. I will iron out little solution. If you can you may look at it as it's funny or it's a nonsense talk, but it's reality. Firstly, they remove subsidy from fuel, and we are complaining that our youth are taking more cigarettes, more drugs. Why don't you increase the tax made on importation of cigarettes or production of cigarettes in this country? If you can sell a stick of cigarettes for 1,000, tell me who will go there and buy.
Mr. I'm sorry, your name. Addicts will take it to, even if you sell it for 10,000.
That's
That's the truth. Who will go there and buy? Then bring that subsidy to fuel that we need mostly. Bring that subsidy to rice. If you are bringing any food, any consumption food, but mind you, for 1,000, a bottle of beer for 3,000. Who will go there and drink to super?
Thank you.
So thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Beer Dinkras will not be happy with this caller.
No. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good
Yes.
morning.
Good morning.
Good Johnson. Good morning, Mr. Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Fuhad, it's like I have a question for you tonight, this morning. Now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, on the issue of
Johnson.
Sorry?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Johnson. Yeah,
Right.
Wachukwu Johnson. So the issue of ministerial appointment, I don't have an issue with it because if the president decides to pick one side of the country and decide to lesser the other part, is his choice. There's nothing wrong with paying tax. A lot of people are saying, why should poor people pay tax? Why should this? There's nothing wrong with paying tax. But the challenge I have with tax is that how come that these are people, our politicians, how come they go abroad, they see how this works abroad, and then when they come here, they don't copy the right thing. Paying tax, if I pay tax, I should be able to enjoy a lot of things. It's not about just paying tax. How do I pay tax and the roads are not good? I fix my car every week. You know, There's nothing I'm enjoying directly
as a
from
taxpayer
the government that shows that I'm paying tax. Okay, and over in abroad, what they do mostly is to tax the rich and use it to empower and help the poor. You know, but over here, allegedly, yes, I said I'm not sure. You know, but how come? Okay, so the question I have for you, Mr. Fuhad, is this: the moment our politicians get to the office, they become a different person entirely. For example, I'm sure most of these people, a layman, someone who does not even go to school, should know that for the economy to boost, for us to get things better, we should fix refinery. There's some certain things we should do. A layman knows this. But in this case, most of these guys are professors, graduate of master degree holders from best universities in the world.
All right.
Well, how come when they go there, the case is they start doing things the other way around, and we here will be telling them what to do.
Thank you.
They know all of these things.
Simple.
Please help us talk to them so that they will hear.
Simple answer, Sandra. Corruption and vested interest. Simple. You can have the best policy, Sandra. When there's vested interest and corruption comes in, it messes the whole thing up. Simple. You give a contract and then you are the contractor. You fail now.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello,
good morning.
Good morning.
Ajibola calling from Nicola.
All right.
See, the tax, I would like to speak on the issue of tax. The fact is, we just have to be a joker in this country.
Okay.
Must it be a tax to boost our revenue? Why not cut down the cost of governance first? All our leaders are living a flamboyant life, and nobody cares to query. Somebody that is being paid wardrobe allowance, sitting allowance, all these allowance. Then how will you tell him to come and pay tax? And you now tell somebody that is in one corner that is trying to fry body to be feeling the heat of tax. Then that is injustice. Fight corruption, reduce cost of governance, and let this country have peace. Forget about the tax. All this tax, this issue is another corruption looming in one corner. Let them have 1 trillion of tax 1 week, and they will lose all those 1 trillion in just 30 seconds. One chairman is in one corner to cut down 10 million. One government is in one corner to cut down 10 billion, and all of them will share it within just 30 minutes. Stuff that they collected in just in just 1 week. That is what is. I've been privileged to work in Kwara Board of Internal Revenue. I have an idea of what is going on. So it's not about collecting tax. It is fighting the real corruption that is chopping into our government. And let us reduce our cost of governance. Let this country have peace for once. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Lady Sandra.
Prince Wise, could you leave that environment so
Very
we can
noisy.
Yes, so we can hear you clearly.
My hand is paining myself.
Sorry.
Pressing. Start to take my call. You have a message.
Okay.
You see now.
That's all right.
Good morning, sir.
God bless all of you.
Amen.
Now, when you talk of southeast, southwest, north central, northeast, north central. In fact, if they give southeast 2 more ministers, I will be very happy. If someone did not vote for you this time around, when you do this, next time they can change their mind. Not everybody will vote a candidate in this country. When the Southeast go one way, voting for Obi, yes. But when you talk of democracy, that's not the way. Because you go to the north, you get out of the north. You go to the southwest, you get out of the north, you vote. But all the Southeast now voted for Obi, but as the president of Nigeria, every constituent belongs to him, want to do the right, to do the justice. If you give them 1 or 2 more ministers, I will be very happy. Because we all know all Nigeria. That was that. For the tax, everybody, working class Nigeria, not jobless people, you must pay tax. Even though you are a farmer, you must pay tax. 40 days, where Papa Wola was for 1 shilling as a tax, during the olden days, to Fuhad education, to give for education today, we are talking of Awolowo as if he died yesterday. But that time they are paying this thing. Go to boundary between the Western region and the Federal Territory. That is boundary in Ajibola. When you run from Western region to boundary to get to the Federal Territory, you leave you. That's like you know Western region, they will make sure you pay tax. Look at that. When you are saying adult age, you must pay that. But some people don't know. How do they make money? Some people just talk of cocoa. No, not only cocoa. We do pay tax. So farmer will go to the farm around between 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock to pay tax collector. What are we talking about? Now, not only citizens should pay tax, marketers should pay tax. Everybody, when you are working, you must pay tax. So,
all right, thank you.
If you talk of government in America today, they have to pay tax. But in Nigeria, only 3 people pay tax.
Thank you, Prince
And
Wise.
what you have to be fighting for, finally, Sandra, only what you supposed to be fighting for, the tax are paid, the one you pay is.
Hello. All right, thank you very much, Prince Wise. We appreciate. Okay, that's the last call we can take for this morning. We have actually run out of time. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. Let's wrap things up with a few messages that we have on Facebook and WhatsApp as well. We have here on Facebook, Salaudin Ridwan Femi saying, why is the government not going to get taxes from people that have many cars? Why Lasma misusing body camera? I was at okay. Let government do something. Okay. Kenny Ozone. But the government knows what causes agitation in this country and still repeats it while having their knee on the neck of the eastern states, and later will still speak on equity. It's really staring at everyone regardless of state and tribe. And that's Kenny Ozona on Facebook. We also have good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. This is Odi Nwankwo. Please, my question goes to Mr. Fuhad. Why does the Southeast have 5 states while others have 6? Oliver from Songwater.
It's one question that we have not been able to answer.
We all have that question, I think. We all have that question. But, we have had, Southeasterners in positions of authority where they could have, changed status quo.
It's
in
extremely
the past.
difficult, You know what, Sandra? If today the debate to have one more state in the Southeast comes up, you have other regions also saying they want more states. Creation of states is a very big issue to handle, Sandra. Very political and very, very difficult to handle.
All right. Thank you very much, Fuhad. Also, we have here Victor Celestine Ide from Shomolu. What happened yesterday at the upper chamber summarizes what this country and how this country is heading. We still have a long way to go. But the ministerial appointment, I said it before, that it's a return of favor to those that supported them during the election. It's okay. That's what he said.
It's a chance to tell you there's no problem with that.
Uche Maxwell, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. Concerning this tax increase or dragnet the government is dragging or talking about, the poor masses are the ones at the receiving end because we are docile people waiting for God. The government makes us buy cars the same price as Americans and developed countries. Fuel, the same thing. We even pay taxes higher than in developed countries. But when it comes to all social amenities, they're nowhere to be found. If the government is so bent on us paying the same prices for things just like the West, why can't they make a minimum wage the same like the US, the UK, etc.? And that is from Uche C. Maxwell on Facebook. And that's all we can take for this morning. I sincerely apologize to those who sent messages on WhatsApp that we couldn't take your messages today. Tomorrow is another day. It's open mic. So, it's all about you and sharing your thoughts. So have the entire time just, listening to what your contributions are. But in the meantime, please stay tuned. We'll be back by 9:45 for Global View. We'll be talking international stories. Thank you very much, Saheed Fuhad.
Thank you, Sandra.
My name still remains Mobola, Sandra. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.